Merry meet and welcome, place of unconditional love and acceptance. We're together, we're all united under the divine. I have a puppy here who's saying hello to everyone. He's been in a really playful mood this morning. Alright, you go play while I have an oracle card reading for all of you guys. It is Monday today, February the 11th. Where is this month going? It's already almost halfway gone. We have Valentine's Day coming up on Thursday. So much love and happiness to all of you. Remember that no matter what, you're never alone. You're always supported and loved. And I'm sending that unconditional love and acceptance to all of you. And it's always there with you in all ways. So today I have an oracle card reading for you guys. And I'm going to do a special reading from my Viking Rune, from my Viking runes that I had ended up creating. If you follow my Facebook page, you will note that I had made these special stones. I had collected them myself from the beaches in New Denver, BC. I cleansed them with some water I had collected from under the full moon that had occurred in January, and I painted them under the new moon that occurred here in February. And they are powerful, potent, and full of energy. And I'm currently offering some special readings or private in-depth readings with these runes for only $10. So it's a ridiculous deal. So I'm only going to be doing that for about another week because it is honestly ridiculous because there's so much information that comes with these things. But shoot me a message if you're interested in that, because at the end of this week that's done and it's going to go back up to the normal $30 rate. So don't miss out on that. And also, just before we launch into this, I am still offering my 2-for-1 special with Reiki Crystal Distance Treatments, where you purchase your first treatment for $70 Canadian. All my prices are in Canadian. And then you get your second treatment 2 weeks or a month later for free. So that's absolutely insane. It's only for the month of February. Spots are quickly filling up in February, so even if February is booked and your first treatment has to be in March, then that's okay. But get to me as quickly as possible, so hopefully we can get you booked in ASAP. I still do have like 1 or 2 spots available this week, a few spots available next week, so don't miss out. Alright, let's do this rune reading. So because these are runes, we can't really have cards that we draw forth, so I decided to do something a little bit different for you guys. I have here a piece of smoky quartz. Smoky quartz is a wonderful stone of gratitude. It also has some mild grounding properties. I have a tiger's eye, which is a great stone for confidence, moving forward in the direction of your dreams and just being confident, the simplest way of putting it. And then I also have black onyx, which is a wonderful protective grounding stone to remove any negativity from your life. So I want you to pick either smoky quartz, tiger's eye, or onyx. So we're going to take a few breaths. 1 sec. Sorry, I had a phone call come in that I had to ignore. Okay, so we're going to take a few deep breaths. Just open up our mind, clear our thoughts, let all else fall away. And then whichever crystal first comes into your mind is going to be the crystal. It's going to be your rune reading for this week. Smoky quartz, gratitude, tiger's eye, confidence, or black onyx for dispelling negativity. Alright, so for smoky quartz, we have here the warrior rune. This rune, let's see here. This is Tewa's warrior energy. This is the rune of the spiritual warrior. Always the battle of the spiritual warrior is with the self. What is in our exterior world is a direct reflection of what's in our interior world. So our biggest fight is not with what's out there, but what's in here. So if we can heal what is in our soul, we can automatically shift everything that is out there. Finding a will through action, yet unattached outcomes, remaining mindful that all you can really do is stay out of your own way and let the will of heaven flow through you. These are among the hallmarks of the spiritual warrior. Embodied in this rune is the sort of discrimination that enables you to cut away the old, the dead, the extraneous, all those old and outmoded ways of thinking. And yet, with Tewaz comes a certain knowledge that the universe always has the first move. If you can heal what is within you, then the universe will give you in your external world a direct reflection of that growth and that healing. Patience is the virtue of this rune. It recalls the words of St. Augustine that the reward of patience is patience. Here you are asked to look within, to delve down to the foundations of your life itself. Only in so doing can you hope to deal with the deepest needs of your nature and to tap into your most profound resources. The molding of character is at issue when Tewaz appears in your spread. Associated with this rune are the sun, masculine energy, the active principle. The urge towards conquest is prominent here, especially self-conquest, which is a lifelong pursuit and calls for awareness, single-mindedness, and the willingness to undergo your passage with compassion and in total trust. In issues of relationship, devotion to a cause, an idea, or a path of conduct, the warrior rune counsels perseverance, although at times this kind of perseverance required is patience. Tewaz is a rune of courage and dedication. In ancient times, it was this glyph that warriors painted on their shields before battle. Now, the same symbol strengthens your resolve in the struggle of the self with self. So, the rune of the warrior is calling you to go within yourself, to heal all those outmoded beliefs that you're still clinging on to, and to trust, to release them, to embody love and compassion, and to trust in the universe, knowing that with patience and time, your external world will shift to reflect the internal shifts you have made. All right, so then if you chose Tiger's Eye, the rune of confidence, your stone is this one, which is strength. Very powerful stones today. So, strength, Ruz, the rune of termination and new beginnings. Drawing a Ruz indicates the life you've been living has outgrown its form. That form must die so that life energy can be released in a new birth, a new form. This is a rune of passage and as such part of the cycle of initiation. Growth and change, however, may involve passage into darkness as part of the cycle of perpetual renewal. As in nature, the progression consists of 5 parts: death, decay, fertilization, gestation, and rebirth. Events occurring now may well prompt you to undergo a death within yourself. Since self-change is never coerced, we are always free to resist. Remain mindful that the new form, the new life, is always greater than the old. Prepare then for opportunity disguised as loss. It could involve the loss of someone or something to which there is an intense emotional bond, and through which you are living a part of your life, a part that must now be retrieved so you can live it out for yourself. In some way, that bond is being severed, a relationship radically changed, a death experienced. Seek among the ashes and discover a new perspective and new strength. The original symbol for a Ruz was the aurochs, a wild ox. When the wild ox was domesticated, a nearly impossible task, it could transport heavy loads. Learn to adapt yourself to the demands of such a creative time. Firm principles attached to this rune, and at the same time humility is called for, since in order to rule you must learn how to serve. This rune puts you on notice that your soul and the universe support the new growth. So if you drew the stone for Tiger's Eye, the stone of strength, then it is basically saying that right now you've experienced a shift, a transformation, and all the old is falling away currently in your life, so that way the new beliefs that you are embodying can really come to fruition. So don't be disheartened by anything that's currently falling away in your life, because new things are being rebuilt. Then if you chose number 3, or the black onyx, your stone is defense. Fascinating how these all tie to the crystals. I just have been drawing them as we go, but yeah, it's really fascinating. I'll do a quick little review afterwards. But your stone with black onyx is defense. And it's kind of like the different transitions that all have to occur. As we are tested, we find the power to avert blockage and defeat. At the same time, we develop in ourselves an aversion to the conduct that creates stress in our lives. So the stone is defense, it's also AWAS, it's avertive powers. If there appears to be an obstacle in your path, remember that even a delay may prove beneficial. Do not be overly eager to press forward, for this is not a situation in which you can make your influence felt. Patience is the counsel AWAS offers, nothing hectic, no acting needy, or lusting after a desired outcome. This rune speaks to the difficulties that arise at the beginning of new life. Often it announces for a time of waiting for a spring to fill with water, for fruit to ripen on the bough. Perseverance and foresight are called for here. The ability to foresee consequences before you act is a mark of the profound person. Avert anticipated difficulties through right action, this rune is saying. For even more than we are doers, we are deciders. And once the decision is clear, the doing becomes effortless. Receiving the rune AWAS, you are put on notice that through inconvenience and discomfort, growth is promoted. This may well be a trying time, certainly it is a meaningful one. As the wood of the yew tree becomes the bow of the spiritual warrior, so the obstacle on your path can become the gateway to a new life unfolding. Set your house in order, tend to business, be clear, and wait on the will of heaven. So these all have a certain underlying theme. Almost all say the same thing. There's a little bit of a differentiation in between the three. So the first one, Rune of the Warrior, is if you pulled this one, your task this week is really to just start living those traits of a warrior, embodying, picking up your sword of light and of truth, putting on your armor, and just embodying all the traits that a warrior has to embody. And being grateful for those things. If you drew the stone of strength, then it's just maintaining, hang on one sec here. If you drew the stone of strength, then it's just remember that you have within you just calling upon your strength to tackle all the current situations in your life and knowing that you are loved and supported, and that everything you need is already there. And if you drew the stone of defense, it's maybe this week you should take a time to look at your life around you, to observe what is no longer serving you, and what it is that you need to end up shifting and changing, so that way you can move forward on your next path. So hopefully that helped. And once again, if you are wanting a in-depth reading for yourself as to what maybe it is you need to release or let go of, what is no longer serving you, or to dive deep into your soul to help release those things that are no longer serving you, that you might kind of feel stuck to, or even just to have help embodying love and patience and trust, shoot me a message. We can hook you up with a reading. We can hook you up with some crystal healing to help make that transition smoother. Much love and light to you all. I hope you guys have a wonderful week. And don't forget to hit subscribe and go check out my Facebook page, Pink Hopeful Dreams, and give that a like too so you don't miss out on anything. Much love and light to you all. Have a great week.